All right, y'all. We are 2 weeks out from NFL season, the new season 2025 season. Week 1 is in 2 weeks. September 4th will be the Dallas Cowboys versus the defending champs, Philadelphia Eagles. I cannot wait for this game. It should be a great game. Both teams got better, improved. Um, but I wanted to get on here. I was on NFL.com just looking around, and I seen that they had the playoff predictions up right now. So I wanted to get here and tell y'all what the prediction was and what I think of the teams that they're predicting to make the playoffs this year. And also, before I start with that, I want to tell you about the Midwest news that's going on currently right now. And I live in Indiana. The Indianapolis Colts just made the official that they will be starting Daniel Jones over Anthony Richardson. Now, this comes as no surprise, maybe to the fans, but with me being a football fan, I saw this coming, and it was for one main reason. For one, we are in Indianapolis. We are in Indianapolis. What I've seen since I've lived here is that they're with the black quarterbacks that they got on their roster. They're always going to be looked at as backups. This team is based off they want to see a Peyton Manning or Andrew Luck. They don't want to see no damn Anthony Richardson start. Now, I believe that when the Colts drafted him, they fell in love with the whole thing that, oh, he looks just like Cam Newton. He's the same size of him. He can do what Cam Newton does. But when you look at his college record, he barely played any games. I think he played like one season or a season and a half compared to Cam Newton playing a couple of seasons. Or if he didn't play all 4 seasons, it's two different. It's tier one and a lower tier. So you can't base a player off just off the comparison. You can't just say, "Oh, well, he looks like Cam Newton. He plays like him. Let's go draft him." It don't work that way, man. It was, but then again, this was I won't say a weak draft class, but they could have did better than Anthony Richardson. They could have got Anthony Richardson in the second or third round, but this was the guy they was set on. The difference that I see between Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson is that Anthony Richardson throws a great deep ball. He can throw the ball deep and get somebody down there. Yes, he can do that. He's a very mobile quarterback. He loves to run. He can pick up the first down. He doesn't slide. That's a big concern. Every time that he takes a hit, if you soon as you see that notification pop up, anything Indiana, it's going to say that Anthony Richardson just got hit in the head. He got a concussion, or got hit in the chest or something. He's very injury prone from what we've seen so far. He's got injured a couple times. He takes too many hits. He doesn't slide. So that's going to always be a big concern. Now, you look at Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones can get you the short pass. He can dink and doink. The deep ball ain't all the way there, but he can read the field. He's mobile as well, and he knows how to slide. That's night and day. You can't just pick a guy because he's 6'4" and look like Cam Newton, and this guy over here looking like goddamn Jim Carrey on goddamn Ace Ventura. You feel me? So that's what they went with. They went with Ace Ventura over the Cam Newton lookalike. That's all it came down to. Daniel Jones is also being paid $14 million for a 1 year deal. I couldn't see the coach saying, "Hey, we're gonna pay you $14 million, but it's just for you to sit on the bench and wait for Anthony Richardson to fuck up." That's not how this was gonna work. Now, me personally, I felt that if you're gonna use Anthony Richardson, this is year 3. Let him play the entire season. If you look at that whole season, all those games, 16 games, 16, 17 games. If you look at all those games and you look at them like, damn, okay, we can work with this. We're gonna hold on to him. Hey, Daniel Jones, you just got a free 14 million. Salute, but we don't need you anymore. Unless you want to back up, we'll let you back up, but you ain't gonna be paid 14 million. All right, I'm cool with that. Or no, I'm gonna go ahead and test the free agency, find something else, see if I can get one of these starting jobs. Because there's a couple teams that still need a starting quarterback. Now, they didn't look at it that way. They said, "Nah, we want Daniel Jones. We're gonna pay him 14 million to start." And Anthony Richardson's job is to go in there and take that job from Daniel Jones. So when you bring in a vet, even though he came from the Giants, he hasn't been good. He hasn't looked good on paper. You put him in front of the offensive line of the Colts. They have a top 10 offensive line currently. If he's able to make this team look good, then Anthony Richardson, his trade value will go down. Because like, well, damn, we already seen if you can't start over Daniel Jones, and we looking at him in NFC like he's trash, then we don't want him either. And then that way, Anthony Richardson sitting on the bench for one more year, and now he's going to get paid minimum somewhere. Somebody's going to want to take him as a backup. But like I said, I just don't believe. At the end of the day, in training camp, in preseason, they said Daniel Jones looked better. They let both of them play this last game. Daniel Jones looked better. They let both of them play week one. Daniel Jones obviously looked better in the practice and on and off the field. That was another thing they mentioned, was that on and off the field, Daniel Jones is a better quarterback, a better guy that you can look up to. But that takes away from Anthony Richardson because he's only 23 years old. He hasn't developed yet. He hasn't played a full season of football. So he is really in a situation like, damn, you know what? Hey, y'all drafted me this high. I thought y'all was looking at me like a franchise quarterback. Y'all really ain't give me a fair shot. So in a way, I feel sorry for Anthony Richardson, but this is a divisional team. AFC South, man. I don't fuck with no damn coach. Let's be real. Let's be real. I love seeing Daniel Jones start. I hope we get to play him week 3 so we can whoop his ass and embarrass the Colts. But that's all I want to say on the Colts, the whole Colts shenanigans that was going on. Just the word around town, everybody is very upset that Daniel Jones is starting. Even some of the players that came out, they said they kind of frustrated that Anthony Richardson won't be starting. But you can't pay a guy $14 million and put him on the bench. Even though the coach got money to blow, I don't think nobody going to hold $14 million. Now you can sit on the bench. It's not going to happen like that. So anyway, salute to Anthony Richardson, man. Just sit down, collect that check, bro. If Daniel Jones start messing up, they're going to want to throw you in there, and that's when you got to prove yourself. So that's all I got on that. Now, I want to get into these AFC and NFC playoff predictions for the field. They are saying, I'm just going to tell you the teams that's going to win the division and the 3 wild card teams. Right now, they have Eagles 14-3, Rams 11-6, the Packers 11-6, the Buccaneers 9-8, winning those divisions. And then the wild card, they have the 49ers, they have the Detroit Lions, and they have the Chicago Bears. With that list right there, the only thing I disagree on is the 49ers and the Lions. I see the Lions still being the top team. They just had a great season last year. I know they don't have Hutchinson to start the year off. I'm pretty sure they don't. But they still have a solid offense. They still got a solid defense that should be in the top 5 on both. Well, I don't know about both sides, but on the offense side, they should be top 5. No debate. But I'm not seeing why they're so high on the 49ers making the playoffs because they lost Debo Samuels. Ayuk is still injured. McCaffrey just came back from injury, so he's kind of injury prone. These last couple of years, he's got hurt. And like I said, you got Purdy. I think they lost somebody on the offensive line, and they lost a couple of pieces on defense. I know they lost the cornerback Ward to the Indianapolis Colts. So I don't really see the 49ers being a playoff team this year. So that's the only thing I disagree on. I think the Lions should be higher. They should win the division over the Rams. I think Rams, if you swap the Rams with the Lions, that'll make more sense to me. The Bears making it 8-9. I mean, possible, but I guess the Bears are sneaky in. They do look okay on paper, depending on how Caleb plays. If he doesn't play better than what he did his rookie year, if he comes out this sophomore year and plays great, then possibly they can make the playoffs. That'll be good for Chicago anyway. AFC, we have the Bills 15-2, Ravens 14-3, Chiefs 12-5, Houston, Texas 10-7, Broncos 11-6, Chargers 10-7, Chargers 10-7, Bengals 10-7. As much as I hate to say it, this one pretty much looks good. Even with me being a Titans fan, seeing them predict the Texans to win 10 out of 10 games, I got the Titans winning 9 games. So if we can win 9, we can win 10 games. So it's going to come down to, can we split with the Texans? Can we beat the Jags and the Colts? We need to beat those guys because we got swept by those guys. Those are 4 wins right there. If we can sweep the Colts, the Jags, and split with the Texans or beat them, we're going to take that 4th spot. Believe it or not, we have a solid defense. Snead is back. We got us a quarterback that's 10 times better than Will Levis. We got us a couple of receivers to pair with Calvin Ridley. The offensive line got better. The defense got better. Nobody's running up the middle. We just got a concern at the defensive end. We got to see how our rookie look on this side or on the left side, and that our linebacker core is kind of weak. But if we can put this together, I will put the Titans in that fourth spot. This ain't no fan. This is no bias shit. This would be mere realistic. If we can win 9 games, I believe that we can win 10 games. Now, if we go 9-8, of course we're not gonna make it. But that fourth spot looks fishy to me. That AFC South spot is telling me that the Titans can make it. That's the only concern on here. If not, if the Texans come out and play, they didn't really do too well last year. But if they can get back to what they were building on, it makes sense. I got no complaints with the rest of this list. I feel like the Bengals, Burrow, if they got Higgins and Chase the whole season with the offense playing like that, I know the defense is still bad. If the offense and the offensive line can play average, they will be okay, and they might win a couple more games and win. I don't see them winning their division, but I can see the Bengals winning maybe another game or so. The Broncos is going to be the team to beat. We got to play them week 1. So if we can beat them dudes, I believe the Titans will be able to pull off 10 wins. But if we don't beat the Broncos, I believe the Texans will win that 4th seed, as it says on here. So, yeah, looking at this, man, I see a couple of spots on here, but the rest of them look pretty much spot on. Bills and the Ravens and the Chiefs are going to be the top 3 teams over there. Whoever wins the AFC Championship is going to go on and win the Super Bowl this year. I believe the AFC is going to win a championship this year. But that's all I got for the NFL. Man, I just want to get in here and give y'all what I saw on the NFL.com on the playoff predictions and what my opinion was on it. In the comments, let me know your predictions for each division and the 3 wildcard teams. Let me know the record of what you think your team's going to finish. Will y'all make the playoffs? Will your team make the playoffs is the question this week. Let me know in the comments. I might try to put up a poll. I'm starting to do a couple of things different on YouTube. But if you believe your team is going to make the playoffs, make sure you hit the poll and let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe to the Mechee from the Midwest podcast for your latest NFL updates on Facebook, YouTube, and